Sector weighing in on this weighty matter that has the country talking in relation to the cost of fuel. So, apart from the 16% tax on fuel, what other taxes are Kenyans facing? Well, let's break it down for you. So far, the government has already gone ahead to implement the 16% value-added tax that took effect just under 48 hours ago. So far, fuel is retailing at 127 shillings per litre in Nairobi, and all this is geared towards the government raising taxes, which has been estimated in the region of 71 billion shillings, which will be going towards supporting the budget, which is at 3.06 trillion shillings. Well, the other area the government will be raiding is mobile money transaction charges, which have gone up from 10% to 12%. So these are just some of the areas that the government is looking at. Another area that the government is focusing on is dividend earnings, which will now be attracting a withholding tax of 5% and replaces compensating tax that was being charged previously. And one of the other aspects that, of course, has been stopped by the courts right now is those transacting large volumes of money between banks and other financial institutions were to incur 0.05% of excise tax for every 500,000 shilling transferred. Well, that's a quick breakdown on some of the areas that the taxmen and the National Treasury will be looking at when it comes to meeting the budget deficit in the country. While still staying with matters fuel, well, the introduction of new taxes on fuel is set to raise at least 70 billion shillings to plug in the deficit in the country's 3.6 trillion budget. Well, as Kenyans contend with the new pump prices, the Energy Regulatory Commission is maintaining that this was an eventuality that was to happen. Well, I had a sit down with the ERC Director General, Pavel Oimeke, and here's more.
As Kenyans, are we supporting our economy? Again, you know, we have to pay taxes as Kenyans.
But taxes are good to be paid, sir. But for many Kenyans, the simple question is, at the end of the day, the fuel prices are not reflective of what's happening in other jurisdictions.
I want to say that we compare the prices of products in Tanzania. When we were about 106, Tanzania was about 104 for petrol.
But in Uganda,
when we compare with Uganda,
the price is in the 90s.
I don't think so. You get the current figures. We are actually comparable.
Okay.
Again, I just want to quickly say that if you go to the United Kingdom, go to Germany, go even to the US, we are much cheaper than those countries.
Pavel Oimeke there, of course.